Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to share a little bit with you about not only my thoughts, but the way that I've lived my life. And that's I've taken advantage of the opportunities that I've been given. And I don't know, I never thought about it. At the time, I never thought about it at all. I mean, if you go to my website, NoStressMike.com, and you look to see who is No Stress Mike, you will see I've done things. And it wasn't until I started writing this stuff down and I realized all this stuff has been like steps, and each thing has prepared me for a different level. And I say I never thought about it until I started writing it all down. And then this time when I was up in the States, I was talking to my son. He's in his early 40s. And he's talking about, he's going through his midlife crisis. And he was talking about he's got a good job, he's making money, he's got a family. You know, everything is like people try to do, I guess. I don't know. I've never been like everybody else. But he's been doing all this, and he says now he feels like there's more, he should do more, and you know, he hasn't accomplished all that he wants to, and it's difficult for him to get things done. And so in other words, he doesn't realize it's not money. Money is not what we should measure our lives by. He figured that out. So now he wants to start measuring it on something, and you know, have a legacy. And you know, and I told him, I said, well, man, I don't know if I can help you on this. I don't remember having any of those kind of feelings. And he says, well, Dad, he says, you've always, when something crosses your mind, you go do it. When opportunity it doesn't have to be in front of you. He says, opportunity is off in the field on the other side over there. You'll go over there to seek opportunity. And then that really struck a bell in me. And I realized, you know, he was right. I say, my wife and I were opposites. And we learned early on, we leave each other alone, and we come to each other when we need each other. And we share stuff in the way of ideas. I run things by her, and she'll tell me if it's a bad idea and stuff like that, but it's not like she wants to go in with me. So, but anyway, so I've done all this stuff, and I didn't have to think too hard about it. And none of this stuff really cost money. So that's why I learned early on that it's not money that drives me. I don't need money to make things happen. And I think that's where a lot of people get the wrong idea. They think doing things costs money. They don't realize there's opportunities. And opportunities, the good opportunities, the really good opportunities to make money on. some opportunities will just pay for themselves. And some opportunities, if that's all it was just an opportunity. I've learned, and I was able to take whatever it was I learned and build on it. One way of looking at it would be training SWAT teams. There was a time I was thinking about, because I've had combat experience, I know what combat really is. And so I thought, boy, it'd be kind of nice to train SWAT teams. And I thought about, I know how to do all the stuff that SWAT teams do. And so I thought, well, that's what I need to focus on. Well, it turned out, and that's the way a lot of my ideas are. I look for something and I end up finding something else. And that's really what it was. I didn't teach SWAT teams like an instructor would. Like I say, I was the bad guy. And what I was doing, I would be a terrorist of some type. And their job was to come in and get me. Or if I held hostages, their job was to come get the hostages. So, and that, I didn't get paid for doing it, no money. A matter of fact, sometimes I paid them. In other words, I had clients that would have a need to have the abilities to escape from overwhelming odds, and so they would hire me, and I got paid well enough that I could pay SWAT teams, so I would pay for their training. But what I'm saying is, opportunity is out there everywhere. Now, it may not be exactly what it is that you're looking for, but just like the SWAT team training, the benefits are stuff that you weren't even thinking of. So, in other words, take the opportunity as an opportunity. And don't be scared of opportunities. That's why one thing I've noticed, a lot of people are scared. And one thing I noticed, it's hard to share ideas. Okay, boy, I want to try to do this. I want to try to do that. It's hard to share that with people that aren't sincere. And now we're right back to the three-man militia. The way it works is you need real people that are caring people. I say, my wife was caring. She was sincere. She really wanted the best for me. And the people that I get to start three-man militias are the same thing. They're caring people. They're good people. And we, in the way of the three-man militia, we make opportunities happen. Then again, I say I'm older, I'm wiser. Now, and I say my son was saying, like I said, I just go out and do it. I learned a long time ago, I don't wait for opportunity. I go get it. It doesn't make any difference. And anything that crosses my mind that I think would be a valuable opportunity, I take it. And I look for it. I look to do something with it. When it's hard ass. And so, if you have friends that ridicule you when you have these ideas and you're trying to come up with something, you're trying to do something with your life, and they ridicule you and make fun of you, they're not friends. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're not a friend. a friend and a spouse will give you support, because that's the time you needed support. That's what I'm saying. My wife had a lot to do with it. She gave me the support, and then the same thing when my kids would think they're going to make fun of me or something, my wife would calm them down and let them know that, hey, I'm going to do something with this. So, and then again, like I say, my friends, I never looked at it like that before, but my friends were supportive. I supported them and they supported me. And we didn't make fun of each other. What we did was we built on ideas. As a matter of fact, that SWAT team idea, that was one of my friends. We were talking about that together. I can't say really which one of us started the idea, but we were just brainstorming, and we came up with the idea of this is something that is needed. But at that time, we didn't know how to make it work. But anyway, it doesn't make any difference. Get the ideas, you think on them, and you watch, and you'll see not all your ideas, a door will open. Not all of them. But some of them, something is going to happen, and it will make it happen. Talking about the SWAT team. Like I say, I had paintball guns, and we were playing paintball. And the SWAT team wanted to borrow my paintball guns for training. And I said, well, hey, I'll show you how they work, and I'll be there with you and help you with it. That's how I got started. How did I ever know that paintball guns were going to be opening the door for SWAT team training? You just don't know. Things like that happen. I got in the oil field business. I didn't even know I wanted to get in the oil field business. I was looking at resorts, hunting lodges, stuff like that. And somebody working on a rig, a drilling rig, wanted to go on vacation and asked me if I would work for him when he was on vacation. And so I did. And then when I did, when he came off vacation, another one wanted me to work for him when he was on vacation. So it just snowballed like that. And so the next thing I knew, I was in the oil business. So, and this is what I even told my kids. If you want something, just go do it. In other words, if you want to work in some factory, well, go over there and start cleaning their floors for them. Even if it's no charge, you don't get paid for it. Clean the floors for them. You're there. Now, when opportunity arises, you're the first one in line. You're already there. So that's what I'm saying. Opportunity is all around. You either look for it and you reach out and take it, or you go for it. But don't hold yourself back. Opportunities, they add up. And each opportunity adds to an even bigger opportunity. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.